From the quiet, joyful moments of connection to the invisible work of daily caregiving, motherhood is a vast emotional mosaic. And for cinema veteran Soni Razdan, it's a beautiful experience in both real life and on screen, where she gets to bring the many facets of parenthood. In an exclusive interview with WION's Kriti Tulsiani, Razdan delves deep into acing motherhood on screen, the wonders of being a grandmom to Alia Bhatt's daughter Raha, and the rise of social media trolling. Listen in.
I think it was a very, very gratifying, very, very unique experience working on Brown, and was very excited when I was doing it. And I'm just so happy that now it's finally out and, people are appreciating it. And because I always felt it's a very, very exciting, very, very unusual, very, very noir crime thriller. I think I was excited mainly because A, the director, being Abhinay, B, the kind of story it was, and C, to play Karishma's mom. I think I do it all the time, yeah. I think it's something that happens very organically, because when you're playing a character, you are always digging into yourself to find the truth of that character. And this was so relatable for me. My worry for my daughter, my trying to make her have something to eat, that thing about coffee is not food, and then just the worry, and then the really crazy relationship she has with her sister, Helen. It was like, the scenes were so unusual. Where do you get a chance? It's so rare that you get chances to do this, So it was just wonderful that way also. But I think I wouldn't say I was strict. I was most of the time like a single parent, because husband was always busy working. He wasn't really present at that time. And, the responsibility falls on you. Then it becomes quite a lot to handle. So you have to kind of, manage. And you have to also make sure that children understand why they're being told what they're being told. You have to explain to them. They have to understand. And kids are very smart. They will always ask why, but why not? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? So you have to have the answers, You can't just... So I wasn't that kind of strict parent, but yeah, I had given them very clear boundaries and rules. There were rules. There was all that. She doesn't. I don't think she takes it from me. I think she takes a lot from Shaheen, and maybe from her father, and maybe from other people in her life she has never really, I've never really advised her, but being a mom, you're always advising, na? It's like, but on other things, my kids and me have relationship about many practical things in the day, with what's happening, how to do this, how to do that, whatever. And then, of course, we talk about all kinds of issues. So it's, there's nothing in our house which is a topic which we can't talk about. And it has never been like that. I don't think it's taboo, and I don't think it ever should be. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding mental health. There are a lot of stigma surrounding mental health. And there is a lot of, just fear to kind of look at it for what it is, and if there's a problem, to look at that problem. There's a tendency to brush it under the carpet. There's a tendency to say, oh, you're just being lazy, or you're just being, just pull yourself together. They can't. Nobody can. If they're going through a mental health crisis, they cannot. So that is, I think, what needs to be understood. And it's very important that we have these conversations. People need to know what are the signs that their child is evincing, to understand that, okay, this is not normal behavior. This is something which is not completely okay. That means there is a slight issue here or a bigger issue here, and you need to address it. I mean, wouldn't that just be like a complete waste of anybody's energy to kind of, I think we know why people do what we do, and I don't think there's any point in buying into that narrative. It is, I would say, in a way, it's almost their problem. not ours, because we're just doing our job. We, she, anybody. Trolling is now become, so if you have up, you have down. If you have black, you have white. If you have love, you have hate. You cannot have any of this without the other. I would say it's an occupational hazard. And if you can't deal with it, then don't get into this profession, because unfortunately it's getting worse. It's not getting better. People really reveal themselves for who they are. And a lot of that is very sad, because I feel it's just somebody sitting down and feeling insecure or feeling hate. No, they're not feeling, I don't even think they feel hate. They just want to say something nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to have this filter. Filter it out. Look at the good things. Don't look at all. Probably better. Just do your job. Go home and, lead your life. I know what it brings to me as a person. And that is immense joy and immense wonder that this generation, and particularly my granddaughter, I think she's so smart. She's so clever, and I'm just really loving seeing how her parents are bringing her up. They're so good at what they're doing, and I think parenting has also changed a lot, and I think it's definitely for the better, in many ways. And I think observing children today who kind of, before they've even learned how to properly talk, not walk but talk, if they by accident get a mobile phone in their hands, because obviously we don't give a child the mobile phone, but sometimes by accident they get it, they know how to scroll. I mean, it's just they're picking it up, they're seeing it, their brains are just like sponges and they're soaking everything in. So suddenly, the one word will come out which you never knew that they would ever be able to say. So it's things like that. And it's just, for me, it's a sense of wonder to discover the world again through my granddaughter's eyes and live that experience with her. So that's just so lovely.